Stellar crew, Bob MacArthur here for Stellarvue Telescopes for the November edition of In the Sky. Well, here we are at Red Rock Canyon State Park in California, Mojave Desert. Vic, the man himself, is down there setting up for his presentation tonight, talking about nature and the park and the night sky. It's going to be amazing. We have his 180 out here. What? I got my 90 out here. Okay, so we're going to have some fun out here tonight, sharing the wonders of the night sky with the people out here. November is a great time to observe. We're now in the fall. The nights are longer. Saturn's looking great. It is a great time. We start seeing those fall constellations really dominating the sky now, with Andromeda pretty high, Perseus double cluster, all the wonderful nebulas up there, Perseus and Cepheus. Some of the summer stuff is still hanging on, like Cygnus and Lyra, but it's getting lower and lower. And then if you stay up late enough, we have the wonderful night winter constellations coming up, like Orion and Taurus. So it is a great night. And you know what? It is Thanksgiving in November. Set up those scopes, share them with your family, show them Saturn and get their minds blown on the night sky. So here we go, the November edition of In the Sky. I'm gonna go hunt down Vic. See ya. What's going on, Stellar crew? Bob MacArthur here for In the Sky. And here I am in Red Rock Canyon State Park. Beautiful night last night. We did some observing. The skies were clear last night, but I'm here with the man, Vic himself. Vic, tell us about what we did last night.
Well, last night we had a campfire program and a star program with telescopes. You assisted me in getting that 180 set up, which was awesome. And the interesting thing for me, and the reason why it was such an emotional thing, so to speak, was that I started working at state parks my 30-year career right here at Red Rock Canyon State Park.
Cool.
And in 1974, I built the first campfire center. So I got to come back 51 years later and do my Majesty of the Night Sky program.
So cool.
And then we had people out there with...
We had a guest appearance last night.
Well, Galileo did show up.
Did
show up. He was... he just does that. He just shows up at some of these programs sometimes. So he was out there. So then after the program, then we did the star viewing. And we're here with Steve Moore. Steve Moore and I've known Steve.
Cheers, Steve. Cheers. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, cheers.
Steve Moore, by the way, has been a park ranger. I've known him for decades. We're both amateur astronomers who get to interpret the night sky. Steve, how long have you worked for parks, not only state but national?
Oh gosh, since 1970, when it all started for me fresh out of college with the ink drying on my diploma.
I love it.
That is awesome. Steve has worked at all kinds of state parks, national parks, and even after he retired, he works at a number of national parks. Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh boy, I started working national parks in 2010 with Great Basin National Park as a seasonal, and went back year after year for 8 solid summers, and I helped develop the astronomy program at Great Basin National Park. Since then, I've also been at Natural Bridges, Cedar Breaks, and Lava Beds National Monument.
I love it. What's really great about it is the national parks and the state parks are really taking on light pollution, and they're becoming not just like daytime places for people to go, but nighttime, because they're preserving the land and they're starting to preserve the night sky so we can enjoy it and save it for generations. We're just so fortunate. Like, we're in Southern California, 2 hours from Los Angeles, in Bortle 2-3 skies. The Milky Way is visible. And we got to get people out to their parks and see the night sky, because we're just so fortunate to still have these places.
And we are. And it's very, very important that we protect California and
Colorado.
It's very important that we protect state and national parks.
Absolutely.
Now more than ever, we need to protect our national parks, which are currently going through an awful lot. That it's very unfortunate what's going on. But
in Colorado, we got Black Canyon of the Gunnison, Rocky Mountain National Park. We have Great Sand Dunes National Park, Mesa Verde, Dinosaur. Here in California, you have Yosemite and what other national
Sequoia.
parks? Sequoia.
We have a number of dark sky places
don't forget Death Valley, just over the mountains here.
Just right
Death
there,
Valley, where Steve also worked.
Yeah. Well, guys, thank you so much for doing this. Thanks for inviting me, Vic. I've had a wonderful weekend out here with you guys.
Yeah.
We got to say something about our crew. I mean, your wife Jan right now is running the camera, so thanks, Jan, for running the camera. And we got Maisie out here, the dog wanderer. So it's been a blast hanging out in the Mojave with everybody and just getting people stoked about the night sky, which is what we do with these in the sky programs.
Yeah, it is, and it's been an incredible week here.
Yeah. Well, cheers, guys. Thank you very much.
All right.
And we're going to talk about what we got going on in the sky for November. What's going on, Stellar Crew? Here we are, November 2025, in the sky. So let's talk about what we got going on. We start off really cool on November 1st with the waxing gibbous moon, Saturn and Neptune hanging out with each other. Now, Saturn and Neptune were just at opposition, so they're still looking really good. So check that out. On November 2nd, Venus and Spica, they'll be visible right before sunrise, low. Venus is starting to get lower in the sky as it ends its morning star time to becoming the evening star in the next few months. So check out that on November 2nd. On November 5th, we have the southern towered meteor shower. Meteor showers are caused by comets. As comets go around the sun, they leave that tail and that debris, and then Earth plows through that debris, causing our meteor shower. So comet 2P Encke is responsible for the towered meteor shower. So check that one out. It's not a crazy meteor shower, but you might see a few extra meteors that night. On November 6th, you have the waning gibbous moon near the Pleiades, Uranus, and the Hyades. Now, Hyades, that's the bowl, the head of the bowl with Aldebaran. So this is kind of a cool pairing where you get the head of the bowl, that nice orange star Aldebaran, Uranus, and the Pleiades with the waning gibbous moon. So kind of a nice grouping of everything there. And on November 8th, Comet C 2025 A6 Lemon is at perihelion. This has been putting on such a great show. So it's going to be at its closest point to the sun at that point. We'll talk about that a little bit later. On November 9th, you have Jupiter, Castrum Pollux. They're making a nice alignment with the waning gibbous moon. So it's been fun watching that. Jupiter popping in there with Castrum Pollux, and then the moon jumping in there every month. So check that out this month too. And on November 12th, we have the northern towered meteor shower. Again, just a few extra meteors that night from the constellation of Taurus. So there you go. But November 17th, that is the Leonid meteor shower, one of my favorites of the year. The Leonid meteor shower, that's debris from comet 55P Tempel-Tuttle. Sometimes you can get a really nice outburst from the Leonid. This year, just a good typical Leonid meteor shower. One thing that's really nice is the moon will be a nice little crescent. So you'll have a wonderful dark, almost moonless night to observe the Leonid. So get out of city lights so you can see those faint ones and enjoy the Leonid meteor shower. The radiant is out of the constellation Leo. So Leo rises a little bit later in the evening, so definitely check that out. And then we have the waning crescent moon, same morning. So after you watch your Leonid meteor shower, you can watch the crescent moon rise with Spica. And Venus will be down there too. Again, Venus and Spica, and then that nice little crescent moon. On November 21st, we have the planet Uranus being at opposition. So it'll be at its best for the year. Uranus is a fun planet to observe, I think. Being at its closest, it's going to be at its brightest at a magnitude 5.6. You can actually see a little green disk. When William Herschel discovered it, he noticed it did not look stellar. So it's a little green disk. Now, depending on aperture that you have, you can actually see the moons around it. So that's fun to see. Get out there, check out the planet Uranus. And then we also have, Uranus will be near the Pleiades during this opposition. So Pleiades, Uranus, cool opportunities. On November 25th, low on the eastern horizon, look for Mercury and Venus. There you go. Venus becoming, sinking and, starting to go behind the sun. Mercury rising, becoming more visible this time around in the morning sky. So right before sunrise, low on the horizon, try and get our two inner planets, Mercury and Venus. And then on November 29th, we have the waxing gibbous moon near Saturn and Neptune. So again, back around. Now we have the moon back up there with Saturn and Neptune. So those are some of the highlights. Let's talk about what we got going on with the solar system. Like I mentioned, Comet Lemon. Great shot by Brian there. I got a little shot of it, but Brian's picture is way better than mine. You get a nice little tail. It has been a fun one to look at, so get it while you can before it starts sinking back down in the glare of the sun, and we won't be able, or in the southern hemisphere, and we won't be able to catch this comet anymore. So it's putting on a great show. It is naked eye brightness. So, I forgot to mention that Uranus is 2 and it's at opposition. So if you know where to look, you can actually see Uranus in the sky. So check that out. Comet Lemon is also naked eye brightness. I want to say around a 4th or so magnitude. So if you're out of light polluted skies, you can actually see that little fuzzball. There's been quite a few comets. I mean, you have Comet Lemon, Comet Swan. I know everybody's talking about 3-Eye Atlas, which should be actually starting to become visible for us. So try and spot an interstellar comet. That'd be pretty sweet. It's been a great comet season. For me, comets are fun because they can be so like, oh, a comet, and then we don't have very long to see them, and you don't know how bright they can get or how dim they're going to be. So when you have the opportunity to see a comet, get it. In my both 90 and my 152, nice green nucleus, bright nucleus, just beautiful. And then you get the tail for Lemon. So yeah, that's fun. The sun is still, we're coming slightly off solar maximum, but it has been busy throwing off coronal mass ejections and solar flares. So definitely safe viewing of the sun. Make sure you have that solar filter on the front of the telescope or your H-alpha scope. We are astronomers. We need our vision. So protect your vision while viewing the sun, and do it properly and safely, please. But like I mentioned, we have a lot of cool planet stuff going on. Mercury and Venus in the morning sky. Then we have Uranus in opposition. We have Jupiter up there in the constellation of Gemini. Mars is kind of lost in the glare of the sun at this point. And then you have Saturn and Neptune. So, I like to put Pluto in the mix, but Pluto's kind of getting low in the horizon too. But, every month I mention the skylive.com. It truly is a great website to find out where the minor planets are, some of the larger asteroids like Vesta and Ceres, find out where Pluto is. It also helps locate the comets. So that does great too. I know Sky Safari and Stellarium are also really good tools in helping you locate things also. And I'm going to keep mentioning the Sky and Telescope astronomical tools, because you can do this with Uranus. I have the link down there. It's the website. You can also just Google it. But when you're looking at Uranus and you're trying to find its moons, it'll actually tell you the position of the moons. Same thing with Jupiter and Saturn. So check out that tool. There's your moon phases. Full moon is on November 5th, and the new moon is on November 20th. So plan your observing sessions accordingly. So let's talk about star clusters. We got a lot of great star clusters. We're still catching that like late summer, early fall Milky Way. So definitely check out the stuff we have there. M15 up there in Pegasus, off the head of the Pegasus. Wonderful globular star cluster. We have M2 also down in Aquarius. Another great globular star cluster, and then a whole bunch of open star clusters. And I enjoy looking at open star clusters through my refractors, and of course, aperture helps. So they're great. They look like they just pop. So check out Caroline's Rose, NGC 7789. We got the Owl cluster, really cool little cluster. Looks like a little owl. NGC 457 or C13, Caldwell Object 13. Up in Perseus, we also have some great clusters like the Perseus Double. That's got to be my favorite, NGC 869 and NGC 884. I love throwing down the 30 millimeter wide field with the 68 degree. It's great with my glasses that Stellarvue has. And then in the 90 right there, or in my 152, just pops. And then M45. When we were out at the out at Red Rock Canyon State Park, we looked at M45 through my 90. Vic was showing off the double star cluster and Saturn, and M31 through the 180, which was unbelievable. But the Pleiades with the 30 millimeter in my 90, just beautiful diamonds on black velvet sky. We were just so fortunate. So the Pleiades is here. It's one of the favorite things that people like to shoot. So give that a go. Tony Hallis got a great image of it. He got the reflection nebula with it. So check it out. Lots of nebula in the sky also. Up there in Cepheus and Cassiopeia, Perseus, you have a lot of stuff up there because the Milky Way is up in that region. So like you have the Iris Nebula, the Elephant Trunk, the Heart and Soul Nebula is over there in Cassiopeia. So like I said, some great stuff up there. The California Nebula is coming up. That's a hard one to get visually. I'll usually put in an H beta filter and throw some aperture on that, and you can get it visually. But I know it's a great and fun target to get, like Jerry got right there. So check that one out. Then we have M1, the Crab Nebula, a little supernova remnant. So yeah, that's a fun one to get for sure. And then I had to throw one more, I gotta put the helix in there, get a planetary. So look at the variety. You can get reflection nebulas, the emission nebulas, supernova remnant, and planetary nebulas all this month. So get out there and have some fun with some nebulas. Galaxies. We got some galaxies going on. So you have the Outer Limits Galaxy, NGC 891 or Caldwell Object 23. And then you also have, Andromeda. Yep, of course, the Great Andromeda Galaxy. And M33, the Triangulum Galaxy. Sometimes you might see it referred to as the pinwheel. I love this image right there that Clint got of the Perseus cluster. So that's a great shot he got with his 6-inch, the SVX 152. So we got a nice galaxy cluster up there. I like this one a lot, whether it's with my 16-inch Dob or even my 6-inch or refractor, my SVX 152 or my SVX 90. The Silver Dollar Galaxy. It's low, so if you're up there kind of in the northern part of the United States or higher latitudes, it's going to be really low for you. But kind of mid-latitude, like I live in Denver, so around 40 degrees north, south, it actually gets pretty nicely placed. So check out the Sculptor Galaxy or Silver Dollar Galaxy. And there's a few other galaxies down there too, like NGC 55 or C72. So there's some galaxies down there a little bit further south for our friends in the tropics or the lower latitudes. So check those out. And then M74 over there in Pisces, kind of squished over there by Aries. So it's kind of between Aries and Pisces. So check out the M74, great galaxy too. So, like I said, you got clusters and nebulas and galaxies, oh my. But I will always end with my binaries because when you get good seeing and you have good optics, those binaries just pop. So I took some notes down because I always try and get some good notes here. So let's talk about Beta Cepheus, Alfric. It is a really nice and this month has some really cool differences and things like that. So this is a brighter blue-white primary, and to me, like a dimmer yellow-white secondary. Really nice separation, easily separatable in my 152. Definitely the 90 should be able to get that too. So great, and it's placed really high right now, so check that one out. And then we have Zeta Pisces. This one is good. Slightly brighter primary, nice separation. The primary looked kind of yellowish to me, and then a yellowish orange secondary. It's kind of got those nice warmer colors. What I saw, with Beta Cepheus, kind of cooler colors. And then we have Gamma Aries. This is just a fun one because you have two with about the same magnitude, and they have a nice yellowish white color to them. So it looks like kind of two car headlights out in the distance. So I like that one. So some really nice colors, some good separation. And this one I think is just, this Almach over there in Andromeda is just beautiful. It's Gamma Andromeda. This one has a very nice color difference. You're getting like an orange primary and then a fainter blue secondary. So just great color difference. Because the other ones you're getting like a blue white or a white or a yellow. But this one has that just great contrast of that yellow, of that kind of orangish and that blue. And when the seeing pops, I love it. So check those out. All those are really good, easy binaries too. I'm not throwing any challenging ones out this month. So check out the binaries. And here we are in November. So it is, the weather's getting cooler here in the Northern Hemisphere. I got my flannel on and you got your hoodies on, and we get out and observe and, enjoy that kind of cooler fall weather, longer nights. get out to some dark skies. Vic and I are big on, dark skies and saving our dark skies. And, our state parks and national parks are doing a great job stepping it up and trying to preserve our night skies for us and future generations. You can do the same thing in your community. The International Dark Sky Association really wants to preserve our skies. And getting people looking through your telescopes allows them to go, oh, we can still see stuff? And I mean, astrophotography is a great way to do that too. Look at look at the pictures that I take, or come look through my telescope. So share that passion with your friends and family. Get involved in an astronomy club. So as a group, you can advocate for dark skies. So get out there, enjoy, have fun, get your scopes out. Happy Thanksgiving here in the United States. Wherever you are, thank you for tuning in every month and being part of In the Sky. Please subscribe to the Stellarvue YouTube channel, and we appreciate you all, and we're very thankful for our stellar crew. Keep looking up.